I'm Tracy Baxter with today's edition of Record Newswatch. Some anxious moments near Campbell Hall this morning. A section of Route 207 near the town of Goshen-Hamptonburg line was shut down after a car went out of control and slammed into a utility pole, bringing the pole and electric wires down onto the car. The passengers in the vehicle were trapped inside until Central Hudson crews arrived to cut the power, allowing rescue workers access to the victims. Check back here at Record Online for more information on the crash and injuries when that information becomes available. Not a lot of snow fell this morning, but as we showed you, that didn't mean there weren't problems on the roads. Slippery conditions led to a rash of accidents, keeping police and road crews busy. The cost involved in dealing with this snowy, cold winter, they're beginning to add up for local municipalities. In the city of Middletown, Mayor Joe DeStefano says it'll mean some financial juggling down the road.
But we're going through our salt budget and our overtime budget on a very quick basis. We will probably have to make some adjustments depending upon the end of the year budget snow conditions in November and December, but it's not a good year for the taxpayers. We anticipated a little bit more of a winter this year than in the past. We increased both our overtime line and our salt line by about $50,000 in our salt line, but it's not going to hold. We'll be looking at transferring money at the end of the year. Hopefully we'll be able to control some expenses in other areas to offset it.
Today's light snow is just a prelude to a follow-up storm that's due to arrive Wednesday afternoon. It could bring us up to a foot of new snow. For the latest on the snow and just how much will fall this time around, keep checking back here at Record Online. Elsewhere, an early morning fire got at a home along Route 209 in the village of Wurtsboro this morning. The blaze broke out at around 7 a.m. inside this house at 235 Kingston Avenue, owned by longtime Wurtsboro resident John Maston, who was thankful that he and his wife escaped unharmed.
We were sleeping this morning. My wife woke me up and said she heard a noise upstairs. I thought we had trouble with a squirrel, so I jumped out and went in the hall, and then I saw the smoke. So I told her to get dressed, and we got out. It's completely gone. Everything is burnt upstairs, and water damage, smoke. It's destroyed. It's totaled.
The house sustained severe interior damage. The Mastons had lived there for about 30 years. He thinks an electrical malfunction may have been the cause. Meantime, investigators have pinpointed an electrical problem as the cause of the Monday morning fire that ripped through part of a residence in the town of Monroe. The fire broke out on the second floor of the residence at 110 Orchard Terrace. 3 family members inside at the time were able to get out okay. Portions of the first floor roof and attic were also damaged. 2 people, including a firefighter, suffered minor injuries when they slipped on ice. The 55 volunteers who responded to the scene were hampered by the freezing temperatures. Well, circle the date February 22nd on your calendar if you are interested in the issue of natural gas drilling. That's when the Delaware River Basin Commission will be holding a pair of public hearings on regulations that would allow drilling for natural gas. The DRBC will be taking testimony on the question of whether drilling, including the controversial fracking method of reaching gas deposits, should be allowed in the Delaware River corridor. The hearings will be held in areas that would be impacted. One will be held at Liberty High School from 1:30 to 5 p.m. and from 6 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Another hearing on the 22nd will be held during those same time periods at the high school in Honesdale, Pennsylvania. And it wasn't a dramatic increase, but the number of people who use Stewart Airport did go up in 2010. A report to the Stewart Airport Commission this morning showing that more than 395,000 passengers flew into and out of Stewart last year. That's a 1.2% increase from the year before. Stewart General Manager Diane Eiler told the Commission that she expects passenger use to top 400,000 passengers next year. Additional service provided by Delta and JetBlue this year, coupled with the startup of flights connecting Stewart with Cancun, Mexico, beginning in February, could help that prediction become reality. Well, you had to brush off more snow from your car this morning, and there's more snow in that local forecast. Tomorrow will be cloudy with wet snow moving in by afternoon. The snow is expected to continue overnight, and it won't be as cold out there. Highs tomorrow will be in the mid-30s. Now, up to a foot of new snow could fall before the storm moves out of our area. Thursday will be partly cloudy with the highs in the low 30s. Record Online is the place to get complete snow information and stay on top of all the news by picking up tomorrow's Times-Herald Record. For Record Newswatch, I'm Tracy Baxter.